Constructors. What is constructor? Once again, a constructor is a special method which has same name as a class name, which has no return type. When constructor is called? Whenever object is created. How many types of constructors? Two types. What are those? Default constructor means? Parameter constructor means? Which constructor implicitly provided? When it will provide? If there is no other constructor, then only provides. Okay. Constructor purpose is to initialize instance variables. That is not completed. I would explain. And also you studied this dot, this brackets, this arguments. You studied. Okay. This dot, what purpose? To access variables and methods. These two for constructors, to access constructors. What is this? Object reference or reference variable. Why we are calling object reference? Because it refers object. Which object? Current object. Will it come implicitly in the instance method? Yes. Will it come a class method? No. Constructor? Yes. Initialization block? Static initialization block? No. Inside the static method, can I use this keyword? No. When we have to write this keyword explicitly? Whenever instance variable and local variable names are same. This bracket semicolon, what purpose? To call default constructor of current class. This is to call parametered constructor of current class. This dot, can I write second line? These brackets, no. These arguments, no. It should be first statement only. Okay. Except constructor initial constructor purpose, remaining all completed about constructor. Before going to constructors next continuation, today one test. Okay. Now this test is only on increment and decrement operators. Now total 11 questions are there. Okay. 11 questions. 11 minutes time. 11 questions are there. 11 minutes time. Uh, 11 questions are there. 11 minutes time. This is eighth one. Eighth one, just assume here space is there. Here space, here space. Okay, space is there, like that assume. If space is not there, error comes. But in Java, if it is C language, valid, but Java language, assume space. Eighth one, integer C equal to, you assume like this, A plus 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 B. Remaining all okay. This line you assume like this. Now 11 questions, 11 minutes time. Eleven questions, 11 minutes time. Okay. Don't open previous class notes. Okay. Whatever you know, that is write it. If you get a 0 also, nothing will happen. Which one? Fifth question. A star plus B. Star. I didn't get you. What is it? Integer C equal to A star plus B. No discussions. Don't discuss with your friend. Whatever you know, that is write it. This is only for understanding your status. That's it. Ninth one. Same. Eighth one. This is C equal to A plus B. Okay. This is okay. 1 minute. This is just assume 8. A value 8. 9. Okay. Remaining all no mistakes. A plus B minus. Remaining all okay. Only 8th one some mistake happened. Only 8th one some mistake happened. A equal to B was there. That is assume 8. Six minutes completed. 5 minutes left. No discussion. Whatever you know, write it. If it is completed, also once again check it out. But don't discuss with your friend. If you discuss, if you write, you will not get your status. Your friend will not get his status. You will not get your status. That will be happen. This is only for understanding status. No discussion, no discuss. Whatever you know, that is write it. Don't discuss with your friend. Listen, this is only for understanding your status. That's it. If you get a 0 also, nothing will happen. Then you'll understand your status. Okay. But if you write, if you discuss with your friend, if you write, you will not get status. No. You feel like a written test, you feel like an interview. That type only. Your friend will not be there in interview. Three minutes left. 3 minutes left. Two minutes left. One minute left. You students are not listening. They are discussing only continuously. This is a test only for understanding your status. That's it. I'm not giving any marks. Or the marks, you are just understanding status purpose. It is not interview. It is not a written test. No. You feel like that I'm saying. Say. Time is over. Now, I'll give answers. You check it out how many marks you got it. Now. Online students, don't write in chat box, already told many times. You write in notebook only. See. First one. A value 10. Is it pre-increment or post-increment? First increments. Pre-increment, first increments. Post-increment, later increment. That is only if more than one operation is there, different. One operation is there, same. Here printing also is there, incrementation also is there. So A value 10, it is plus A. What is printed? 11. Okay. Second one, int a equal to 10, here a plus plus. It is post increment. 10 printed, later incremented, but output considered. So 10. Third one, int a equal to 10, here plus plus a, here a. 11. Here also 11. In this case, no change. Okay. So third one 11. Fourth one also 11. Here no other operations in that expression. Here no other operation. It is pre or post, both are same. Now fifth question. Fifth question. It is multiplication. It is incrementation. Okay. Now it is pre-increment or post-increment. First increments, then multiplied. So B value 4. After that A into 4. 5 into 4, 20. 20 is the output. Fifth one, 20. Sixth one. Here it is post increment or pre-increment. Now here 3 system dot out dot println I have given. A value what is printed? 5. B value after multiplying incremented. So 4. C value 15. So 5, 4, 15. 5, 4, 15. In this 1 is right, 2 is right also, wrong only. Okay. 3 right means right. 1 is wrong means wrong only. Okay. If all are right, then only right. Now 5, 4, 15. In this case, here it is pre-increment, it is post-increment. So for calculating, what did it take? A value 6, B value 3. That means 9. C value 9. A value 6, B value 4. 4. That after that line incremented stored in value. So 6, 4, 9. 6, 4, 9. In these 3, 1 is mistake means your mistake only. Okay, like that you calculate. That's it. Here. Eighth one. Eighth one, this A value assume like a 8 I said. A value 8. And also I said it is space. Okay. That space, if space are not there, error comes. Space is there, assume. Now it is post. It is pre. A value 8. B value 4. C value 12. Later A value 9. B value 4. C value 12. 9, 4, 12. 9, 4, 12. Ninth one. It is post increment. It is post decrement. C value. C value 8. A value 6. B value 2. It is decrement. It is decrement. So A value 6. B value 2. C value 8. 6 to 8. Now that's what I said. After completion also, check it out once again. Now A value 5, B value 3. It is pre-increment, it is post-increment. Here 6 into 3, 18. Here 6, 4. 6, 4, 18. 6, 4, 18. Uh, 11. It is A value 5. It is 5 copied in B. A value 4. A value 4. B value 5. 4, 5. Okay. Now, first online student, just respond how many marks you got it. Okay. Gautam Kumar, stop. See, those who got less marks also respond, nothing will happen. Okay. Now, those who got 11 out of 11, just raise your hand. 11 out of 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Online students? (23 plus 35, 58). Okay. These are not object-oriented programming. Okay. Object-oriented programming test also will be there. Those who got 10, just raise your hand. 10. Okay. Online students? Those who got 9. Okay. Remaining people practice. Okay. Remaining people practice. This is only for status, your status. Remaining people, you need to practice more and more. Those who got 8 and less. Still object-oriented programming test I didn't conduct. Object-oriented programming test also will be there. Okay. Object-oriented programming test. One question, 2 minutes time I'll give. 2 minutes. One question, 2 minutes time I'll give. Okay. Say object-oriented programming test, how it will be, I'll show you. Object-oriented programming test like this will be there. I'll give this much code. What will be the output you have to write? I'll give the like this. What will be the output you have to write? Okay. Like this will be there. One code snippet I'll give. 2 minutes time I'll give. You have to write the output. So like this will be there. Like this. Many lines of code will be there. You need to think you have to write. Object-oriented programming. Okay. That is later. Now, every question 2 minutes time I'll give about that. Now, constructor part not completed. Constructor part not completed. See, for this pre-increment, post-increment concept, 3 or 4 examples I given. Just that is, if you follow any question, you can give answer. 3 or 4 questions I given. That is I shared in Google Classroom also. That diagram. Whatever I explained, that is you can check it. Those who forgot. Okay. Now, constructor part not completed. No. Say. Now, constructor part I'll explain. See, class employee, integer employee number, float salary. Now, employee number and salary. These two, which type of variables? Instance variables. When memory allocated? Whenever object is created. Which memory block it is stored? Heap area. How many ways to access? 2 ways. What are those? When we have to use object, if it is required, only one time. When we have to use object reference, more than one time. Okay. If I create 100 objects, how many copies generated? 100. Okay. Now employee number and salary instance variables. Instance variable. But why we selected as an instance variable is every employee number different, every employee's salary different. That is the reason we selected instance variables. Okay. Suppose if we initialize like this, if we initialize like this, for all objects, same data comes. That's what this is not recommended. This is not recommended. Okay. Like if it is same data required, we'll go for class variable. Then instance variable is not required. If it's same data required. But why we selected instance variable is to get different values. But you are not getting different values like this. Say employee E1 equal to new employee. Employee E2 equal to new employee. Now what I did, employees data one class, main method one more class, separate I written. Why separate like this? You observe. Suppose while developing projects, in a project many classes will be there. Okay. See, 5 employees are there, 100 students are there. Then how many classes you have to write? 5 employees are there, 100 students are there. You are not listening. Last. What my question? Listen. Now 5 employees are there and 100 students are there. 5 employees, 100 students. How many classes you have to write? How many? 2 classes you have to write. Employees information purpose, 1 class. Students information purpose, 1 more class. But 1 class you should not write. Employees data different, student data different. Okay. 5 employees are there, 100 students are there. This data, if you want to maintain, 2 separate classes required. 1 class for employees data, 1 more class for students data. How many employee objects you have to create? 5. How many student objects you have to create? 100. Okay. Classes 2. But objects depends upon number of employees, depends upon number of students. So 2 classes, 1 employee class, 1 student class, and 5 employee objects, 100 student objects. Now writing main method in employee class better or student class better or separate class better? Separate class better, because that main method required for employee also, student also. Instead of writing in employee, instead of writing in student, write separate. It is more better. Like that I written separate. But the main method there also you can write. This data here also you can write. Possible. But in real time we won't do like that. Okay. We'll go for like this only. Now demo class loaded. Main method called. Here 2 objects created. 2 copies of memory allocated. After that, if you print system.out.println E1.employee number plus here I given yesterday like this. It is called concatenation. /t tab spaces comes. Okay. Now E1 dot plus E1 dot salary. One more system.out.println E2.employee number plus /t plus E2.salary. Okay. File save. You will get a same output. Java C demo.java. Java demo. See, you are getting same output. Now, if I create 100 objects, 100 objects data, same data comes. Same data comes. Okay. 100 objects also, if I write, same data comes. In this case. Now, all 100 employees data, 101, 5,000, 101, 5,000. Like that only you'll get it. So, this is the reason this way of initialization not suitable for more than 1 object. If 1 object is there, this way of initialization okay. More than 1 object is there, it is not suitable. Then we have to go for constructor. Now it is initialization. See, when this line is executed, whenever object is created, whenever object is created, then memory allocated. then only initialized. So here object created, these two memory allocated, again initialized. Here also object created, again memory allocated, initialized. This is called initialization only, but it is not the right way to initialize if more than one object is there. This way of initialization suitable for one object only. Okay. If more than one object is there, we should go for constructor. Suppose I'll use constructor. How to use? See, this program yesterday written? No. Now what I'll do, you observe, with constructor I'll initialize. What is constructor? Constructor is a special method which has same name as the class name and no return type. Method name also must be EMP. No, EMP. It is called constructor. It is called constructor. With constructor, we can initialize. Now, how many types of constructors are there? 2 types. What are those? This is which constructor? How do you know this is default? If no arguments are there, default constructor. Now, here, employee number, salary, instance variables. How many ways to access? 2 ways. What are those? If I write like this, these are valid or not valid, give me answer. Now, if I write these 2 lines here, valid or not valid, give me answer. Valid. How many ways to access instance variable? 2 ways. Now, valid or not valid? If it is valid, how it is valid? If it is not valid, why it is not valid? There is no object. That's what not valid. Okay, any other? What is that? Object reference is there. What is there? This keyword is there. It is valid. This keyword implicitly comes in the constructor also, you learn. Okay. So here implicitly this dot. Here implicitly this dot. It is valid. This dot implicitly comes. No need to write by us. Okay. These are instance variables. Only 2 ways to access, either object or object reference. If you write like this, implicitly this keyword present. This dot employee number, this dot salary. That's what valid. It is valid. But what will happen? See, when these 2 lines executed, whenever object is created. When this constructor is executed, whenever object is created. This total code at a time executed. That's what it is also called as initialization. For you, appears like a 2 lines. It appears like a declaration. It appears like a assignment. But it is not declaration and assignment. It is initialization. Reason, at the same time this total code executed. That's what it is called initialization. Now, it is initialized, memory allocated, at the same time constructor called 101.5000 stored. It is initialization. But what will happen? See, again same output comes. Again same output comes. 101.5000, 101.5000. This is also not the right way. That's what I'll do. See here, I'll remove this. Here, I'll write int A, float B. Now, this is which type of constructor? Parameterized constructor. 2 parameters I written. Int A, float B. Now give me answer. This A and B, which type of variables? Instance variables or class variables or local variables? Argument method parameters also one type of variable I said. No. Are these instance variables or class variables or local variables? Which variable? Local variable. Method parameters and method arguments are also called local variables. Notes I given. Block variables, method parameters we can also call local variables. Local variables, how many ways to access? 1 way. That is directly. Now here employee number equal to A, salary equal to B. We can write now. Now employee number, salary, which type of variable? Instance variable. Can we access directly? No. But how it is valid here? This keyword is there. This dot employee number, this dot salary. Okay. Listen with more concentration. These are local variables. A and B local variables. Local variable directly you can access. Okay. A is a local variable, directly you can access. B is a local variable, directly you can access. Okay. Now employee number, salary, this dot employee number, this dot salary will be there. That is valid. Now give me answer. This line is valid or not valid? Now that line is valid or not valid? No, just first valid or not valid, give answer. How many people answer not valid? Okay, online students. How many people answer valid? See, majority people not given answer. Majority people not given answer. Now valid, not valid, no answer. No answer is majority. No answer is majority. Then attending class is waste. No use. If you do like this. If I daily, if I motivate also, my time waste, your time waste. You listen, follow. Think and give answer. If you don't give answer, you will not get a subject. That will be happen. Okay. That is how many days back completed? Just yesterday. Yesterday concept. Yesterday concept only, no? It is not 3-4 days back also. Just yesterday concept. Yesterday question only I'm asking. Now you decide. First, valid or not valid, think and later give me answer. Now once again, how many people answer not valid? Just raise your hands. Blindly don't select answer. Okay. Next. How many will answer valid? Now those who given valid, how it is valid? Those given valid, your answer valid or not valid? Valid. How it is valid? Object created. That's what valid. Next. Those who given valid, how it is valid? Now those who given not valid, why it is not valid? There is a parametered constructor. Here, which constructor I'm calling? Default constructor. Is there any default constructor? No. Will it Java compiler provides? No. Why it will not provide? Already constructor is there. When this is concept completed? Yesterday. 4 examples I given, you see the notes. 4 examples. If the class does not contain any other constructor, then only Java compiler implicitly provides default constructor. This point I given, 4 examples I given, you can see the notes. Just 1 day gap only. You observe. 1 day gap only, majority people getting confusion. 1 day gap, just 1 day. Yesterday class only. Object-oriented programming, not easy. You need to put more efforts. If you don't realize now, after completion of exception handling topic, you will realize. Then if you realize also, not possible to learn later. Again, you have to come from the beginning. Later, if you realize also, not possible. Okay. Now, this line is not valid. In this line, which constructor is going to be called? Default constructor. Is there any default constructor? No. Will it Java compiler provides? No. Why it will not provide? Because already parametered constructor is present. That's what it will not provide. It is not valid. Now, see, file, save. If I compile, you'll get an error. See, Constructor EMP in class EMP cannot be applied to given types. Required to integer and float. Found no arguments. Actual and formal argument list differ in length. What is actual? What is formal? Also explained. No? Here. Here, actual arguments are 0. Formal arguments are 2. That different in length. Here 0, there 2. Actual and formal argument length is different in length. That is length different. Here 0, there is 2. Okay. Now, here, if I pass 101, comma 5000, is it valid? Yes. Here 102, 6000, valid. It is valid, no? Now this 101 copied in A copied in employee number. 5000 copied in B copied in employee number. Now salary copied, valid. Okay. Now it is valid. It is also valid. Now here what I'll do, here also employee number I'll write. Here also salary I'll write. Now writing same name, valid or not valid? Valid or not valid? Valid. Then how to write the code here? This dot employee number equal to employee number. This dot salary equal to salary. So if local variable and instance variable names are same, if you want to access instance variable, this keyword explicitly we have to write. So in this situation, I am writing this keyword. If you open books, maximum places like this only will be there. But why these people, they don't know. It's happening. Here, these variable names, same. That is the reason we have to write this keyword explicitly. This keyword explicitly we have to write. Okay. Now, this dot employee number equal to employee number, this dot salary equal to salary. Now, when these two lines are executed, whenever object is created, when this constructor is executed, whenever object is created, this total code executed whenever object is created. Here object created, then executed. That's what this is also called initialization. Now you observe, you are getting required output. Say 101, 5000, 102, 6000. You are getting different data. This is a right way to initialize instance variables. Okay. Now this is suitable for one object also. Suppose in your program only one object is there, then also okay. More than one object also works. One object also works, more than one object also works. That's what constructor required. Constructor purpose is this one. Constructor we have to use to initialize instance variables. We should not use other purpose. Possible to write, but you should not write. Okay, write this one. You write like this. Instance variables initialization with constructor. 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 It is also called as initialization. It is also called as an initialization. It is also called as an initialization. Just open the door. So whenever object is created, memory allocated to instance variables at the same time constructor is called. At the same time constructor is called. That's what it is called initialization. That's what it is called initialization. Is it over? Not over? Here two objects are created. 2 times initialized. You observe? Whenever this line is executed, then memory allocated to instance variables employee number and salary. Say employee number, salary. These are instance variables. Employee object. This object referred by E1. Now you observe employee E1 equal to new employee 101 5000. When this line is executed, memory allocated to instance variables at the same time constructor called this local variable memory also allocated. So employee number, salary, these are local variables. It will receive the data. So 101 received here, local variable, salary 5000 received here, and this keyword refers current object. This keyword refers current object, same object. See, this dot employee number equal to employee number. This dot employee number equal to employee number. 101 stored. This dot salary equal to salary. 5000 stored. After this memory vanished because local variable memory, whenever method is terminated, vanished automatically. So this scope is within that method only. That is completed. When second line executed, again memory allocated. Again memory allocated, employee number, salary. It is another object created. Here also object created. This object referred by E2. This object referred by E2. Okay. Here again local variable. Employee number, salary. These two local variables. Here 102 received, 6000 received. Now this keyword refers this object. This link is broken, new link created. This dot employee number, this one. Employee number, this one. 102 stored here. This dot salary, 6,000 stored here. Okay. Now this memory vanished. See here starting only 101. It is not assignment. It is initialization only. Starting value only 101 5,000. Starting value only 102 6,000. Initialization only. But for you, it appears like a assignment, but it is not assignment. See, generally you'll write like this. Int A, if you write, it is called declaration. A equal to 10, it is called assignment. If you write int A equal to 10, it is called initialization. Like this appears. But it is declaration, assignment, it is initialization. But for you, it appears like a assignment type appears. But it is not assignment. Reason, this line also executed whenever object is created. Memory allocated to instance variable whenever object is created. Constructor is executed whenever object is created. The total code, whatever I written in the employee class, executed whenever object is created. At the same time, memory allocated, at the same time, values are stored. That's what it is called initialization. Okay. All right. You already written this one. It is also called as initialization. These diagrams, write it. Whatever you studied yesterday, that is initialization. This is initialization. Both are initialization only. That is without constructor. This is with constructor. That is without constructor. Here with constructor. Memory allocation time only values are stored means initialization. Memory allocated first 0 stored, later value stored means assignment. In the place of constructor, if I write method, what will be happen? I'll explain. Is it over? Memory allocation diagrams is over. Now Not over. These are local variables. These are initial instance variables. Inside the object, instance variable. Outside the object I given, no, those are local variables. Local variable name, instance variable name, same. If you want to access instance variable, we have to use this keyword. Explicitly, we have to use this keyword. Now, in the place of constructor, if I write method, what will be happen? I'll explain. These all in object-oriented programming, lot of difference will be there. Initialization, place, assignment, initialization. If you write, many problems will occur. What is the problem? Also, I'll explain. First, is it completed? What is the initial value? 101. Here initial value 102. That's what it is, initialization only. Okay, it is initialization only. Suppose you observe, in the place of constructor, I'll write method. Something, one method name set, any name. Okay, it is method. Now, when these two lines are executed, whenever object is created. When these two lines are executed, whenever method is called. So first this is executed, later this is executed. Now it is not called initialization. Suppose if I write constructor, when these two lines are executed, whenever object is created. When these two lines are executed, whenever object is created. So this total code at a time executed. That's what initialization. But if I write method here, if I write method, first this is executed whenever object is created. After creating object, if we call set method, then it is executed. If we don't call, it is not executed. So if you write like this, how to call? You observe. First, is it valid? Is this line is valid? Give me answer. Not valid? Sure. Why it is not valid? There is no parametered constructor. Will it Java compiler provides parameter constructor? No, it is not valid. I'll remove. Is it valid? Yes. Sure. But there is no default constructor. How it is valid? Java compiler implicitly provides. That's what valid. Because there is no other constructor. If the class does not contain any other constructor, then only Java compiler implicitly provides. Now, in this program, is there any constructor? No. Then Java compiler provides. That's what it is valid. Now, after this, e1.set 101 5000. Okay. Here again same style. E2.set 102 6000. Okay. Now, first this line executed. Whenever this line executed, memory allocated to instance variables. Then what will be stored? 0, 0, 0.0. After that, whenever this line is executed, this is stored in instance variables. First local variable to instance variable. Now it 0 modified as 101, 0.0 modified as 5000. It is initialization or assignment? Assignment. Now you will get a same output. Previous program output only get it. 101 5000, 102 6000. This is previous program output. Now also same output. Now, but what's the difference? That is initialization. This is assignment. Your doubt is it can be initialization or assignment. Output we are getting same or not. Okay, you'll think like that only. I know. Say how much difference will be there. You observe in real time. Suppose one example, one diagram I'll show you. Advanced programming. This program starting session I explained first class. This diagram you remembered, I think. Now while giving full stack Java definition. At the time I given this diagram. See, suppose in this diagram here, you will type URL, then request comes. This page comes here. You will enter hall ticket number. You will click on submit button. Request comes. It will communicate with database to get the data. After loading the data, message comes here. Result comes. Again, here hall ticket number. It will communicate with database. Data loaded. It will come. Now, this first class I explained what is full stack Java. Now, at that time I explained. Suppose here you observe here database connection also required, as well as loading data from database also required. Okay. Whenever hall ticket number comes, first it has to check given hall ticket number is there or not in this database. If it is there, that will be loaded, passed. Okay, like that. Now, connection establishment required between server and database. That is one concept. And loading data from database. That is one more concept. Now, establishing connection, how many times required? One time or many times? Connection establishment. One time or many times? One time enough. Loading data from database. One time or many times? Many times. Every hall ticket number it has to load. Now you observe. Now, connection establishment. How many times required? One time. Loading data from database. How many times required? Many times. Okay. Now, connection establishment one time required. Loading data from database many times required. Now, suppose here constructor. If you write constructor when it is executed, whenever object is created. That's it. Whenever object is created, executed. But method after creating object, if you call, then only executed. If you want to call that method once again, possible or not? Possible. Again, E1 dot set, E1 dot set, E1 dot set. N number of times you can call. But consider for one object, one time only. One object, one time only. But method, N number of times you can access. Now, here, connection establishment code, you have to write in the constructor. Loading data from database, you have to write in the method. Okay. Now, whenever first request comes, object created, memory allocated, constructor called, connection established, then method called, data loaded from database. That's over. When second request comes, only method called, load data loaded. Third request comes, only data loaded. Fourth request comes, only data loaded. But connection establishment, one time only. Suppose by mistake, connection establishment code also if you write in a method. If you write in a method, what will happen? Every hall ticket number connection established. Every hall ticket number comes, connection established, data loaded, connection closed. Again hall ticket number comes, again connection established, data loaded, passed. Like this, every hall ticket number connection established. That is memory wasted, process wasted, time wasted, and processor also burden. No? Server also it is burden to server. No? These all. See, observe that connection establishment also called initialization. One time required. But instead of constructor, if you write method, many problems will occur. But here it is employee number initialization. Further, file opening initialization will be there. Sockets creating initialization will be there. Connection establishment initialization will be there. Java made for internet application. At that time, you will get the difference. Present, what will happen? It can be a initialization or assignment. Output same. Like that only think. Future, it will be problem. Okay. Constructor place method. Method place constructor. You should not write. Constructor only. Method only. Constructor code, if you write in a method, possible to write, but don't write. Method code, you can write in a constructor. Possible to write, but don't write. What is the purpose of constructor? To initialize. That purpose only use. What is the purpose of method? To perform the task. Task code only write. But task code inside the constructor, initialization code in the method, if you write, many problems will occur. What do you mean? See, for example, water bottle is there. In a water bottle, filling petrol possible or not? Possible. If you fill, what will happen? Next time it will become petrol bottle. Can you take drinking water? Over. But filling possible. But you should not fill. That is meant for water. Use water only. Okay. In a water bottle, petrol filling possible, but don't fill. If you fill, what will happen? Next time you cannot take drinking water. So a petrol bottle is there. Filling water possible or not? Possible. Can you drink? That is meant for petrol. Use petrol. This is meant for water. Use water. That's it. Okay. Consider what is purpose? Initialization. Use for initialization. Method what purpose? Task. Used for task. But this code there, that code here, if you write, many problems will occur. Got it? Write this one. It is instance variable assignment with method. Just 1 minute, 1 minute. The previous program you written, no? After that, one statement, write it. Just note down. This way of initialization suitable for one object and many objects also. This way of initialization suitable for one object and many objects also. This way of initialization suitable for one object and many objects also. So one object also suitable, many objects also suitable. Now this another program, write this one, instance variables assignment with method. Instance variables assignment with method. Instance variables assignment with method. It is called as an assignment. It is called as an assignment. Now it is method. It is executed whenever it is called. Is it over up to here, employee class? It is called as an assignment. It is called as an assignment. Okay. Employee number, salary. First year 0 stored. It is 0.0 stored. Here, employee number, salary. First 0 stored, later 101, 5,000. 101, 5,000. Okay, this dot employee number. This 0 modified as 101. Initial value 0, later 101. That's what it is called assignment. This memory vanished. Now again. Here by default first 0, later 0.0. Later 1 or 2, this one. This link is broken. Now it will points to this one. It will vanish. So initial value 0, later 101. That's what it is called initialization. So assignment. It is called assignment. Okay. Previous one default value 101 directly 101. That's what initialization. This is assignment. First 0, later 101. That's what assignment. That is starting only 101. That's what initialization. Whatever you specified, that is stored. That is initialization. Here 0 stored means assignment. If you use constructor, you will get an initialization. If you use method, it is assignment. Actually, you should not use for this type. Task purpose method, initialization purpose constructor. Like that, you have to select. This keyword always refers current object. Sometimes this is current object, sometimes this is current object. This link automatically broken, new link is created. Is it over? Tomorrow I'm not coming. We'll see continuation day after tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow no class. Tomorrow I'm not coming. We'll see continuation day after tomorrow. How many people completed assignment? Just raise your hand. Assignment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, still 1 2 days time is there. You try to complete. Then I'll discuss. Okay. We'll see continuation day after tomorrow. Tomorrow no class.